and racing up towards the line is another whiz-bang 2-year-old for Aidan O'Brien. It's Charles Darwin.
Field of Gold and Colin Keane, the gold standard in the St James's Palace.
Get It is all out from £10, racing up towards the line. Holcomb Bay near side. Get It, get it! Get It has got it.
Hello, welcome to the latest episode of the Racing PodBlast with me, Tony Mack, and Ben Aitken from Narrowing the Field. Welcome along, everybody. We're off to Goodwood this week for a bit of Glorious Goodwood specials. Here we are covering two races from the Friday card as well as the big race from Saturday, the Stewards Cup. All three races getting our usual in-depth coverage. We start off on Friday, and the 1 mile Golden Mile handicap due off at 2:30 on Friday. And welcome along, Ben, and can you start us off with that one?
Afternoon, actually.
Afternoon. Afternoon,
yes.
even. Yes, of course, yes.
Goodwood we go. Friday, Golden Mile handicap, class 2 over 1 mile. Not as easy a race, I don't think it used to be, to dig into on the race trends. Yeah, even the draw stats, which used to be seriously strong for this race, even they've had a bit of a wobble the last couple of years. It's still some trends worth considering, though. The last 10 winners have all had between 4 and 25 previous handicap starts. 9 of the last 10 winners had between 2 and 9 starts in the last 365 days. And 9 of the last 10 had 3 or less starts in the last 90 days. Now, on the draw side of things, 23 of the last 28 winners of this were drawn in the bottom half of the draw. As I mentioned, though, that's not how it played out the last couple of years, with the last 2 winners breaking from quarter 4 of the draw, the high numbers. Indeed, the first and second last year, they broke from the 2 highest stalls. I still favour the bottom half of the draw. I wouldn't be ruling out anything drawn high quite as easily as I may be used to. For shortlist this year, my trends got things down to 6. My Greek Order, Whitcomb, Rockstar, Latam, Great Chieftain, Long Lie and Tribal Chief. Treasure Time was also on that shortlist, but I notice he's been declared a non-runner this morning. I don't see why, but I thought he had a chance, Treasure Time, but no, it's non-runner now. Greek Order, he's drawn in stall 2. Asheen Murphy comes in for the ride for the first time since the horse has been with Michael Bell. Murphy had ridden the horse previously when he was with Roger Charlton. He finished first and second on the 2 rides he had on Greek Order. At the second coming in, the 2023 Cambridgeshire off a £2 lower mark than the one he races from here. Greek Order, he posted a decent third at Sandown last time out, I thought. Form of that race was boosted by the winner going close in the International at Ascot last week. Greek Order still relatively unexposed in handicaps after 5 starts. Form of his 2 wins in 3 places from 5 starts in handicaps. So I think he's still more to offer in handicap company. I don't think his mark of 97 is beyond him, Greek Order. Latam was beaten favourite in this in 2023, running off the same mark. He finished 15th of 20 that day. He's not been seen since finishing 19th of 22 in the Lincoln at Doncaster in March. He goes well off breaks of more than 60 days. He's 3 wins and 2 places from 7 starts off those sort of breaks. At the Yard had in the Queeb run well at the track on Tuesday in the opening handicap, and Julie Camacho does tend to have her turf handicappers in decent shape in the July and August period, so Latam could be interesting at a decent price. And Great Chieftain, he's the other one I'll mention from the shortlist. He's won his last 2 starts. Both races, they've been working out well since. He won the 1 mile 3-year-old handicap at this meeting last year. And he holds a strong form line in 1 mile handicaps. He's 5 wins and 2 places from 7 starts. They are all 5 of his career wins. And Great Chieftain, that's where I'm at just now. I think he's still got more offer from his mark of 93. He obviously handles the track well, as he proved last year. He's got a good draw to attack from in stall 10 and 11 to 1, 12 to 1 looks a cracking each way price, I think. So Great Chieftain for me in the Golden Mile handicap. Tony, what you got for this handicap?
I've got Greek Order as well, mate. I do like Greek Order. I've got Greek Order, 5th column, Harry Seg, Ebsgard, Mersky and Whitcomb Rockstar as well. Mersky, I'm hoping Mersky can go off. I think he'll lead and could well hold on for a place in this. David O'Mara, Danny Tudhope. I'm not quite sure where Danny Tudhope is today, but I know for the first 2 days of Goodwood he hasn't been there. So he returns to Goodwood on Friday. He won in good style at Epsom back in June, beating 9 rivals 1 3/4 lengths. Alpha Cruis, he was the 9-4 favourite, and then he ran. He wasn't disgraced. He finished 13th to 27 in the Buckingham Palace Stakes at Royal Ascot, 10 lengths behind Never So Brave. But I think Mersky, he likes to lead. He'll possibly go off. And given his head by Dan Tudhope, and hopefully he will hold on for a place at around 20 to 1 at the minute is Mersky. And fifth column. I do like fifth column. Let's have a look here. Where's he gone? There you go. John and Thady Gosden. He is currently the favourite, unfortunately, but he ran well. He won at Sandown in April, beating 7 rivals 3/4 of a length as the 5-2 favourite. Then finished 7th of 30 runners in the Britannia Stakes at Royal Ascot, only beaten 4.5 lengths. Arabian Story was there, and they got back to winning ways at Newmarket in the Bet365 mile handicap earlier this month at Newmarket, the July meeting, beating 6 rivals a neck. Bedouin Prince, he was 4 to 1 that day, and ridden by Ryan Moore. William Buick returns to the saddle. He carries £3 extra fifth column, but I do like fifth column, and I do like Mersky to go off in front, hopefully hanging on for a place there in the Golden Mile. 3:05 at Goodwood on Friday is the King George Stakes, Group 2, over 5 furlongs. Here we go. Ben, whiz bang, 5 furlongs. What do you fancy here, the King George?
King George, some decent race trends to work with for this Group 2. 12 of the last 12 winners had won one of their last 4 starts, or at least placed on one of their last 2 starts. 1, 2 or 3 starts in the last 90 days, and 11 of the last 12 were rated 108 or higher. Applying those trends this year leaves a short list of Clarendon House, Time for Sandals, Big Mojo and Frost at Dawn. I'd also pull previous winner Cadem onto that shortlist because he has his prime conditions to shoot for here. Big Mojo, I think, is a good one to start with. He's been doing all his running this season over 6 furlongs. But a good 2-year-old, he has good 2-year-old form over 5 furlongs. A win, 2 seconds and a 4th. The win coming at this meeting last year in the Morecambe Stakes, the 4th in the Group 1 Breeders' Cup Juvenile Sprint. And I doubt the cut back to 5 furlongs will be an issue for him here. His trainer, Mick Appleby, he also has some strong stats over the Goodwood 5 furlong trip under the following: 2-year-old to 5-year-olds with no more than 15 previous career starts, where his runners are 8 wins and 2 places from just 13 qualifiers. Big Mojo meets those stats here. One of the other 3-year-olds, Time for Sandals, he also catches the eye. He won the Group 1, even Commonwealth Cup at Royal Ascot last time out. The form of that race has been working out well so far. The 2nd, 4th and 8th all won next time out, and the 7th, which was Big Mojo, finished a next 2nd in the Group 1 July Cup next time out. So Time for Sandals brings some strong recent form to the table. I think he looks interesting for this. Of that 2, I'd maybe just be siding with Big Mojo. I think 11-2 looks good value for a 3-year-old. He's probably been a target for him this year, given Appleby won the race with Big Evs last year, also a 3-year-old. So Big Mojo is the one at the front of my thinking. 11-2, I think looks good value. So Tony, what you got for the King George, the Group 2?
Yeah, I've got 3 on the shortlist here, mate. As for Henry Dwyer, the Aussie horse, Time for Sandals and Frost at Dawn, and I'll be going for the 2 bigger price ones. Time for Sandals, Harry Eustace, of course, brought the house down when Time for Sandals won the Commonwealth Cup, beating 20 rivals a neck in Arizona Blaze at 25-1. I think he can improve on that, the 3-year-old, and at around 6-1, he's a good each-way price for me, Time for Sandals. And this Frosted Dawn keeps coming back. William Knight having a decent old season for what he's got. He hasn't got many horses, I wouldn't have thought, William Knight. He's got William Buick booked here, and he did have Mikel Barcelona as his jockey in the King Charles III Stakes at Royal Ascot when last seen, finishing second of 20, beaten a neck by American Affair at around 28-1. He has a visor, he likes to wear a visor, does Frosted Dawn, and he is a distance winner, and he really does, I think he's got a lovely weight as well, a 9 stone 1, and I think he can go well there at that price at around 9-1. Frosted Dawn, and with William Buick in the saddle for William Knight, and Harry Eustace trained Time for Sandals to possibly repeat his Royal Ascot stuff there for jockey Richard Kingscourt as well, off a mark now of 111. Of course, he went up £6 for that win at Ascot. So I do like Big Mojo, mate, as well. And what was the other one? Clarendon House as well. Yeah, that's an interesting one. Clarendon House.
Meter Trends, I think.
Never seems to run a bad race. Very gallant horse is Clarendon House, and rated 108, of course.
Set last time out when he didn't come out.
Oh, yeah, he didn't bother, did he? GM Jungle won that, I think.
Yeah, apart from that, yeah.
Epsom, wasn't it? Yeah, Epsom, yes.
Yeah, he's a solid horse, yeah.
Yeah.
Clarendon
House. Good one. All right, we go skip forward 24 hours now. The 305 at Goodwood on Saturday. The Stewards Cup, Class 2 handicap over 6 furlongs. Ben, your thoughts on the Stewards Cup? Here we go.
Yeah, the tends to be a strong race on the race trends front. Declarations are in. The draw's not in because I assume they're doing that thing that nobody watches where they do a live draw.
Yeah, I wondered about that. I can't find the draw as well. We thought the draw would be in by now, didn't we, mate?
Yeah, I don't watch those things. No interest. Better things to do in my time. Don't see a point in it. Anyway, maybe some people do like it, but not for me. Not going to start watching now. So there's no draw for us to work with. Yeah. But that is what it is.
That's racing, mate.
That's racing, as they say, the new saying.
The new saying, indeed.
Every time they say that today on TV, you got to take a drink, you'll be bleated by the end of the fucking day. Excuse my language. Yeah, Stewards Cup tends to be a strong race on the race trends front. 12 of the last 12 had previously won at least at Class 2 level. I had 0 or 1 previous start at Goodwood. Those that had 2 or more starts at Goodwood are 0 from 89. Never sure what to make of that stat, but it appears in some of those races like this. So, yeah, 12 of the last 12 had 0 or 1 previous starts at Goodwood. And 12 of the last 12 ran in a straight 5 or 6 furlong turf race last time out at Class 1 or Class 2 level. 11 of the last 12 were aged 6 or younger and were running from a handicap mark at least £2 higher than their last winning mark, so a horse on the up. Still need to get proper stuck into this race. As I said, no draw yet, so it kind of makes it a little bit difficult, but 3 are catching my eye right now. Completely Random, Orazio, and 7 Questions. Completely Random, he ran a career best when finishing 5th in the Wokingham last time out. In fact, he's been posting career bests all season since he returned from an off-season gelding operation. The form of the Wokingham was obviously boosted by second-placed More Thunder winning the Bunbury Cup on his next run. Completely Random runs in this off the same mark he ran off in the Wokingham. That's a mark I think he's more than capable of defying, a mark of 98. And if we go back to Completely Random's run at Newbury in May, where he came 5th, that day he had Elmanged half a length in front of him. And Completely Random gets £6 swing at the weights with that one here. Elmanged, who is currently vying for favouritism for the Stewards Cup at around 13-2, which I completely get. And Completely Random is around 10-1 and even 12-1 in places. I think that looks a bit too wide a margin for me in the betting, especially since completely random. There's only half a length between them at Newbury. Both actually ran well that day from a poor draw. The low draws were favoured in that race. They were drawn high. So yeah, completely random, as he's not far behind Elmanger at all. But the £6 swing in the weights, I think, is interesting here. So it's completely random for me here. Not a completely random selection, but completely random is the one that's catching my eye. I think he's got a decent handicap in him this season. I think double-figure prices look excellent value. So completely random for me. And I think, I know that the Charlatans did mention this race for him, so they've clearly had the Stewards Cup in mind for him. He'll be ready to fire. So, yep, completely random is where I'm at just now. Tony, what you got for the Stewards Cup?
Oh, well, I'd love to see if Elmanger turns up, because that win at York last week in the Sky Bet Dash was quite taking, to be honest with you. I'm fingers crossed Elmanger gets a good draw, because he's currently around 13-2. I don't know whether he expected him to run in it again. I don't know whether he will or not, but he has been declared for it. And runs off a £6, a £5 higher mark than his win. Being put up £5 for a winning by a neck seems a little bit harsh.
I think it's a penalty, Tony.
Right.
I think he maybe isn't off his proper mark. I think because you won within 7 days, I think it's a penalty.
That's it. Yeah, that'll be it. Yeah.
Need to check, but I think that's what it is.
Yeah. So Elmanger, fingers crossed, hopefully. One at a massive price that catches my eye here, Ben, is the old fella, Comanche Falls. Course and distance winner. He's 66-1 at the minute. Now, he hasn't been running too badly, really, to be honest with you. Even since the start of the season, he finished behind Completely Random at Leicester in April. Ran a decent race. He wasn't disgraced at York. In a handicap, a 6 furlong handicap. Then at Hamilton, he was beaten 2 lengths, finishing second of 6. He was beaten 5 lengths, 6th of 9 at Ripon, and then ran well again. He was 8th of 14, but he was only beaten 3 lengths, Comanche Falls. He obviously does like Goodwood. He's a course and distance winner there. 66-1 looks a little, if you can have a little nibble at some bookies paying 6 or 7 places on the race, or 5 or 6 places. Get it as well. Also, if he can repeat his brilliant win by a head when More Thunder should have beat him, really, if he'd got going a little bit earlier. He won at 28-1. He's been put up £4 for that head win. And one at the top, Apollo 1, hopefully can, under Alice Bond, £7 claimer. And he was last seen, Equiano Gelding, last seen at York earlier this month, finishing 5th of 8, only beaten 2.5 lengths in the John Smith's City Wall Stakes, a listed race at York. And of course, Apollo 1 ran well in defeat behind Get It in the Wokingham at Royal Ascot. So a couple there for you to have a stab at. Apollo 1 especially at around 20-1. Get It is 9-1. Elmanger's 13-2. Comanche Falls 66-1. That would make a bit of interest for the Stewards Cup. Anything else on 7 questions or Orazio, Ben? Just before we go?
I think Orazio was catching that, because was he, if you bear with me a second, I'm sure he was favourite last year, wasn't he? Where are we at with Orazio? Yeah, he was favourite last year, but
right,
it was, or not last year, 2023, but that was a year now. The ground went deep that year. And I'm pretty sure they cancelled the rest of the meeting after that because the ground was so bad. So I don't know, he's catching my eye. The ground was an obvious excuse that day. It was horrendous ground.
Yeah.
He didn't really, I don't know. Yeah. He's not been running great recently, but he just catch my eye on this handicap mark, slipping back down if he can revitalise him.
Well, stranger things have happened, mate. 150-1 winners.
Yeah, I don't think that actually will be that big, but
no, it's not. No, but
yeah, it's just that he was well fancied that year, 100 to 30 in 2023. But so the ground just disappeared completely. Heavy, probably even worse than that if you could quantify it. So I think as long as it doesn't disappear again, and I think he's going to pass my trends as well. So that's why Orazio was catching me. Not sure if I'll play him. Not sure. I might change my mind by the time of the draws come out and all that. But yeah, he was kind of. I like Ross Orion's been riding well.
Very much so, mate.
An excellent jockey. So yeah, potential. I might play Orazio. I'll just say the draw not being out is kind of.
Yes, it's threw us a little bit, that wasn't it?
But yeah, I forgot to play Funny Buggers. Got Rod Stewart picking the numbers right.
The Scottish League Cup draw. I don't think he's not going to be asked to do anything like that again.
Yeah, probably not. No. Probably not.
All right, many thanks for listening to the latest edition of the Racing PodBlast. Very best luck with your bets for the remaining 2 days of the 2025 Glorious Goodwood meeting. You can catch me on 3B's Radio every morning from Monday to Friday at 6, and you can catch more from Ben over on narrowingthefield.co.uk. Thanks. We'll see you all again soon. Cheers, Ben.
Cheers, Don.